Hi everyone and welcome back to Color Analysis Studio. I'm Giulia.
I'm Alessandra.
And you're watching a brand new color analysis challenge. We're going to analyze the same person at the same time. And Alessandra will do the analysis in person and I will analyze the same client digitally. And at the end we'll see if we get the same result.
Finger crossed, right? Of course, we are pretty confident in that. We are offering already this service on our website. Actually, if you are interested in booking a session with us, you can visit our website, coloranalysis.eu. We offer face-to-face session and online session too. So feel free to book if you're interested. And Giulia, we're ready, right?
Mandy is about to arrive. So Alessandra, when she arrives, can you please take a photo of her? You send it to me so I can do the digital analysis. And I'll get my phone so I can bring our viewers with me.
It would be fun.
Ale, ciao! I'll see you later. Good luck.
You too.
All right. So guys, Alessandra will send me a very high quality photo with the model wearing no makeup, a white t-shirt, and also with a very even light, which is very, very important when you need to analyze a person online.
Guys, we welcome here to Color Analysis Studio Mandy. She's our model for today. Hello, Mandy.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here, and you will be lucky enough today, Mandy, to receive a double services because today we're gonna analyze you in person here. So she's already in the studio and we will do an in-person analysis while Giulia, in the meantime, will analyze you online. So before we start with the in-person analysis, I need to take you a photo, an headshot that Giulia can use to perform the analysis. So Mandy, you can take a selfie if you want. I'm gonna send it right now to Giulia so she can start the analysis online at the same time I'm performing the in-person session. Mandy, this is gonna be an amazing challenge to do. So we're very curious if we will have, of course, the same results. Yeah. Hopefully, well, I'm pretty confident we will. So let's see what happens, guys.
All right, guys, so I received the photo from Alessandra and I imported it in our presentation. So let's start Mandy's analysis with the undertone.
So we need to see if your undertone is warm or cool, comparing colors together. We always start with reds and we are comparing here a cool red, raspberry red, to a yellow-based red, tomato red, that is warm. I'm already seeing how a raspberry red is working so much better than a tomato red.
When I go from cool to warm, this yellow reflection appears on Mandy's skin, but unfortunately it looks like it doesn't really belong to her. It makes the skin look a little bit sallow yellow instead of golden yellow. So when the warm color works, the skin becomes very golden, and this is not what's happening here. On the other hand, when we go from warm to cool, the skin looks so much fresher and cleaner, also brighter.
So here what happens is that yellow reflection coming through your skin give to your skin a yellowish sickly appearance, while the raspberry red is much more natural and fresh.
Definitely between the cool red and the warm red, I have a preference for the cool one. Light colors.
So we are comparing a cool pink, baby pink, blue-based, to a salmon pink that is yellow-based and warm. And here, guys, the difference is huge. Mandy has a very cool undertone. She's reacting so much better to the cool color in comparison to the warm color that creates that sallow effect. I'm very curious, guys, to see what Giulia is seeing online already, because especially this couple of colors, I think the difference is quite evident.
This is exactly the example that we always say on the channel of the sallowness of this salmon on cool people. When we go from the cool pink to the salmon, again, this yellow reflection looks a little sallow, a little sickly yellow on Mandy's skin, while I definitely prefer the the option with the baby pink, where the skin looks cleaner and also more natural, while here something looks changed, like we are changing her colors and something looks altered. Also, the texture of the skin looks a little bit less even, while with the cool color, the skin looks very, very smooth with a beautiful, even texture.
Another couple of colors, blue navy versus a warm brown. Even in that case, I'm pretty confident that the undertone is cool. Blue navy is stunning on you, is working very, very well. It's definitely in your palette. Again, brown is not that it's not working or you have to completely avoid it, but in comparison to navy, I think navy is working better.
Even here, the difference is quite noticeable. I really love how the navy blue cleans the skin. Also, the lips look quite intense. They look very healthy, very colorful. And not to mention the beautiful effect with blue eyes. So when you have a profile like this, a cool undertone with blue eyes, well, blue is an amazing, amazing color in this regard. Yeah, while with the brown we completely lose that beautiful harmony that we created with the navy blue. So even with the dark colors, my preference goes for the cool color. So far, guys, I'm finding this undertone analysis quite easy, to be honest, and I'm sure that Alessandra is finding the same.
Now we're comparing cream versus a cool white, and how the cool white is working on you is fantastic. I think is working very well. It gives to the skin a very clear and clean effect that I don't see in the same way with cream. I see that cream appears a little bit more kind of dirty next to your skin, because your skin is blue based, so it's very obvious how a cool, clean white can really make your skin looks clean.
Yeah, you see, again, she's reacting in a very consistent way to all of the couples of colors. This is very, very interesting in terms of the analysis. I can't save any warm color, basically, while the cool ones, they're absolutely fantastic. Look at her eyes. They really pop, they shine, they look so bright, full of energy with the clean classic white. While with the cream white, everything looks a little bit like sallow yellow, including the eyes. So we can get the impression that she looks a little bit more tired here with the cream. And definitely this effect goes away with the cool white.
And now we can definitely compare your skin to gold versus silver to confirm your undertone. So far we didn't have any doubt, so if we continue that way, I'm pretty confident that silver will work much better than gold. Let's have a look what happens. So silver, gold, yeah, is way too yellow, way too much, right? Silver, that is representing the gray, so the cool side, feels fresher and relaxed and more clean and more, calm. Everything looks harmonious, and this is what we really want when we compare colors together. Finding that beautiful harmony around the colors. I don't see the same harmony with yellow.
Silver and gold. This is usually quite significant as a difference because we're comparing a very, very cool metal with a very, very warm one. Can you see that, especially here around the edges of her face, this yellow, almost green component appears? It's because of the coolness of the undertone mixed with the yellow reflection from the gold. Then we remove this yellow reflection, we go back to silver, and this is the magic of color analysis. This is so, so flattering for her. Guys, I have no doubts really that her undertone is cool, definitely, and therefore she belongs to the winter palette or to the summer palette. At this time, I am already excluding autumn, I am already excluding spring, because these two seasons have a warm undertone and Mandy is clearly cool. Now, we know that she works well with cool colors, but does she work better with colors that are cool and very strong, very loud and bright like the winter ones? Or does she work better with colors that are, yes, cool, but a little bit more muted, more gentle, delicate, like those ones from the summer palette?
Sage green, emerald green. Okay, this is very interesting, guys. Summer, winter. Okay, so In comparison to the undertone phase that was so clear and so obvious, the intensity phase is a little bit trickier because Mandy's colors appears a little bit more in the middle of that scale of intensity. So I'm very curious to see what Julia is seeing.
So the emerald is not bad, of course. It's a cool color, so we can save the undertone. In terms of intensity, though, it's a little bit overwhelming, a little bit too much, a bit too strong. I don't know if I should look at Mandy or at the green. They are in conflict, so the color is fighting against Mandy's colors. When we analyze the sage green, on the other hand, everything looks harmonious, in line, aligned, on the same level. And also, I have no doubts that I have to look at Mandy, especially at her eyes. They're at the center of the attention, and the color is not overwhelming her features.
What I'm noticing, guys, is that the emerald green looks beautiful on Mandy, on you, Mandy, but it's probably a little bit too much on your color. So when I see you, it seems that the emerald green jump in front of you. It's kind of stealing the scene from you. It's fighting against your color. So it's a little bit distracting in the mirror because I see first the color and then I see you. So I'm kind of losing a little bit the focus from you because the emerald is way too strong. While if I move on to a sage green, probably is a tiny bit too soft, that specific color, but it's working better for your level of intensity. It feels that your colors appear first and the color is there to support you without fighting against you or stealing the scene from you. You are a summer, okay, and hopefully Julia is arriving to the same conclusion. I'm pretty sure that she is.
I found that the intensity wasn't as evident as the undertone, but definitely there's no doubt that she belongs to the bottom part of the graph. It means that she works better with colors that are rather delicate and muted, not too bright, not too loud. In other words, guys, my response is that Mandy belongs to the summer palette 100% because I find that her undertone is cool and her level of intensity is low.
So summer is soft, light and cool, and all the colors from now on will work very well because they belong to the summer palette and you are a summer, so you are matching perfectly the characteristics of the palette. Now let's see which is the dominant feature, your main characteristic, identifying your subgroup inside the palette. We will start with the summer soft.
Good start, definitely. I really like the sage green, very delicate. It's the same one that we use for the intensity. We already commented on this, but also this lilac gray looks very refined and elegant.
Sage green is fantastic on you. I think we can push it a little bit more in terms of intensity, but it's a stunning color. It's a color that makes your colors appear first, and this is what we like because we want to wear colors. We don't want the colors wearing us. Lilac gray, perfect neutral for a light palette. So I really love how this light gray fit inside the palette because it's also a very cool color, okay? So gray is a color that is stunning on summer overall and is working very well in all the shades, from the very light to the darker one. Lovely dusty pink. I really love how your cheeks looks so fresh and natural. It seems that you are having a little bit of blush on and your lip color is very, very colorful.
The blush pink is also very, very flattering. I can imagine her wearing some makeup in this color. For example, a bit of blush on her cheeks. Sand. Okay, I cannot say that this color doesn't work on her. It's a summer color, she's summer, so it's fine. But it's my least favorite, guys. It's probably because it's the least cool in the summer palette. This doesn't mean that Mandy shouldn't wear this color. But let's say I can't see sand being her stable color, for example.
And another neutral color, sand, that is probably on the border with the warm season, but it's still a cool neutral, a sandy color, okay? And is fitting very well with the summer soft colors together because the summer soft palette is the one that is, let's say, a little bit more neutral in terms of undertone, okay? So it's the softest, but it's also the less cool okay, inside the summer palette. I'm pretty sure that we can do even better if we push the intensity a little bit, okay, and if we cool down a little bit the undertone of the color.
Let's go to Summer Light. You know what I really like? That these colors don't wash her out. This is what very light colors can do on some profiles sometimes. This is not happening on her. So the effect of this lightness looks very, very healthy on her, makes her eyes pop. So if she needs light colors, I think these ones are all great options.
This is lilac, is a very light color, but is a color that it can substitute, for example, a clean white very, very well, and is working fantastic on you. Here we're not talking about dominant feature, we are talking about a color that is working because it's light, cool and soft, and is perfectly in line with your palette. And the same happened with green tea, so very light color, like the pastel family, can really substitute white, can really, interact very well with all the summer palette if you need light colors. And look what happens when we go cooler and stronger in intensity. It's not overpowering, it's still perfect in terms of intensity, but is brighter than the color that we saw so far. You are working very well with blue because you have a very cool undertone. So we are going in the right direction, I think, with this Bonnet Blue because it's working very well.
Bonnet Blue. This is stunning on her. I really, really love it. It's a blue-based blue, so it's very cool. It's probably why I am loving it so much on her, because her undertone is so cool. It makes sense that blue is her comfort zone, let's put it this way. And then the aqua, also very flattering. But my favorite is still the Bonnet Blue.
Another aqua color, so still a blue family color, very, very nice. In comparison to Bonnet, I prefer you in Bonnet, so I prefer you with this sort of blue. And now the cool subgroup, okay. And we start with the mauve. Look how stunning and sophisticated it is. This is the proof that you are a summer, definitely that your level of intensity is medium low, but is also a proof of your dominant feature. I want to compare it with a soft pink from the Summer Soft palette. Summer Soft, Summer Cool. Summer Cool is working even better than this soft pink because the intensity of the two colors is exactly the same. Here the difference is that mauve is cooler.
Mauve is a fantastic color for summers, especially for summer cool, and is a color that she could wear in terms of clothing, but also in terms of makeup. Mauve is a key color for her makeup. Aquamarine, it's not too strong. It's a little bit darker compared to the summer light blue-green that we saw before, but it doesn't look too heavy. It doesn't look like Mandy has to go as light as possible, like a summer light would do. It really looks like she has to go as cool as possible.
Even aquamarine. Look how beautiful your eyes look. That's fantastic. Definitely your subgroup, Mandy. I'm very, very confident that Giulia is arriving so far at the same conclusion because these summer cool colors are working very well on you. Wow, Mandy, fantastic, fantastic. Here we are looking at the color, a color that is very cool, very icy, but also slightly more intense, and it's perfect on you. So it's not overpowering, it's exactly the intensity that you need. So for a pop of color, this bubblegum pink, I think, is spot on, is fantastic.
Icy pink, bubblegum, Barbie pink. These pinks are all fantastic for summers, especially for summer cool. It's quite intense, as you can see, for a summer color, but it's not overpowering, it's not overwhelming. She can still work very, very well with this color for clothing and also for makeup.
Wow, and here you kind of rest and relax, you feel safe in blue because blue is a very cool color. So I have no doubt that your subgroup is cool, so definitely I feel very confident in the result, and you look fantastic when the colors are blue based, when the colors are very cool and medium low in intensity. So look at this palette, how beautiful you look.
And of course, Savoy, we already know because we analyzed the Bonnet blue before. Blue-based blues are the comfort zone for people who have a very cool undertone. And the Savoy blue is also medium-low in intensity. So perfect undertone, perfect level of intensity, not too light, not too dark. Perfect.
To confirm your subgroup, we always like to check the borderline seasons to see what happens outside your palette, okay? If it's true that you are summer cool, winter cool will work better than autumn soft and spring light, because you will share with winter cool the coolness that is your dominant feature. I feel very confident that the spring light is gonna be the worst, because if we consider the graph, spring is exactly your opposite, okay? The colors are warm and bright, while your colors are cool and soft, so exactly your opposite. We are considering a lack of harmony. We are considering colors that are completely opposite to your colors. So I will definitely exclude the spring as a borderline season because of that.
Spring light, these colors are way too warm and also too intense. Can you see that they are overpowering next to her features that are quite muted and delicate? So no, I can't see Mandy being close to spring light.
When we see autumn soft, we notice that something is not working because the colors are, yes, soft like you, but they are warm, and this is lacking of coolness is what is missing in this color. The colors are way too warm, way too yellow, and also your colors are not that soft.
Ouch! Okay, especially coming from Summer Cool, this was a little bit of a shock. I can't see Mandy being anywhere near this color palette because yes, these colors are delicate, but they're already too warm. And this is not even the warmest area of the autumn palette, it's already too warm for her.
When we go to a winter cool palette, we notice that it's not your season because the colors are a little bit dark, a little bit more intense, a little bit heavy in comparison to your season, but at least the coolness is there. And out of your season, I can notice how winter cool is working better than spring light and autumn soft. And that's a good proof for me that your season is summer and that your subgroup is summer cool. So you are summer cool! Yay!
This is not her palette. The colors are a little bit intense, a little bit too dark for her, but is this color palette better than spring light and autumn soft? Of course it is. It's the coolness that saves this option for Mandy because the colors are extremely cool in undertone. So the coolness is predominant compared to the lightness and compared to the softness. So guys, my response is that Mandy is a summer cool. I feel quite confident about this result and I really hope that Alessandra got the same with the drapes in person. So let's check if she's done.
Guys, now I'm very curious to see what Giulia discovered with their online analysis. So let's have a look and I'm gonna call her right now. So let's see. Giulia!
Hey!
Come! Ready? Ready!
The moment of truth.
Finger crossed.
Right. Here we go. Hello!
Hello!
Hi, Mandy!
Mandy, dear!
Good to see you in person. I feel like I know you already because I did your analysis online. Okay.
Giulia.
Here. How did it go?
It went amazing.
Okay.
I feel very confident that you saw everything that I saw in person.
Yeah, no, look,
because
I'm
it was
confident.
You're confident?
Quite obvious, no?
Was extremely obvious since the first couple of colors for you.
See.
The undertone.
Yes. So let's do like last time.
Okay.
Season and summer. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Summer cool!
Yeah! Of course.
Okay, Mandy, what?
Such a cool undertone, intensity medium
low.
Yeah,
Let's say that was the trickiest part in Mandy's analysis compared to the undertone. Coming from a very cool undertone,
Yes.
the intensity was the trickiest part in that sense because it was more medium low.
Correct. Well, the undertone was very easy to analyze.
Since the raspberry and then tomato for me was
it was very consistent, even
very
with the
consistent.
online. Every color pretty much reacted in the same way, the cool ones, while the warm ones saying that sallow yellow reflection.
Yes.
I'm sure that we saw the same thing.
Yes.
Fantastic, Mandy. Thank you so much for your time today, for allowing us to analyze you in person and online.
Thank you.
And guys, we really hope you had fun watching this video. Please leave a comment down below. What do you think about the analysis, and did you come to the same result? And also remember that if you're interested in booking your own analysis in person or online, you can visit our website coloranalysis.au. And we're gonna see you very soon on this channel with more videos.